the farewell tour. Are you really not touring with the guys anymore, or it's just a
They got
hiatus
me
for a
on it.
while so you
I
can do
I
some
can't.
things?
Unfortunately, I can't speak about that. I got they done put the caution tape around my mouth. I can't speak about that right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, got caution tape on my mouth right now. So contractual stuff, man. Contractual stuff. They done put stuff in the contract that it prohibited me from saying anything.
Well, I understand that. Either way it go, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to stay tuned, and, I'll follow you on all the social medias and stuff, because I've always been a huge fan of the guys and yourself as well. And I'm just glad that you guys still making music, and you still making music, because a lot of people don't understand, man. Like, they say it's not a lot of good music out now. I said, I don't know what the hell y'all been listening to, because the guys I grew up listening to, they still dropping albums, So I don't know what these people talk about when they say it ain't good music around.
MCH.
I think it's just one of those things. It just depends on what lane you in. If you in a lane where you benefiting off of the stuff you dropping now, then you understand that it is making paper. But a lot of people is dropping stuff and they not making no money. They not giving checks out. They not issuing out bank wires. So, of course, they going to think that it's dead because they not making that nowadays money. You know what I mean? And that's really what it be, like, I approach it musically. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like to even talk about my bag. You feel me? Like, but I approach it musically in a way to where, okay, we know he good. He got to be good. So we don't see him doing nothing else. So he's got to be good. And we know he ain't fucked up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he's got to be good. Something got to be going on over there where he is good. So, you'll never hear that shit come from my mouth because, but what I can say, about it, as far as the crew, we was approached with this great idea, and, my management team brought the deal to me, and I was like, is my homies good? Everybody cool? All right, I'm finna do this, and this. So after I said everything I was finna do, I did it. And then that is kind of where we stop at. So that's kind of like my story as far as that entire situation of this movement with the rest of the crew. That's where it's all coming from. We was approached about an idea that we thought the idea was terrific, and we said shim. Yeah, we sure will. Yep, makes sense. Let's do this. Okay, so what we gonna say is we're gonna drop this record, we're gonna put this out, and we're gonna say that this is this. So I went into the studio, put some stuff down, put it down, and we did everything that we said we was going to do. And it just stopped at that point because it started to become so viral. And that's kind of like what I keep myself into, whether it's the Migos, the Shotgun, the Verses, whatever. I tend to make a little bit of noise. I tend to cause a little bit of. I tend to cause just a little bit of ruckus. Now I ain't gonna say if it benefits the business or not, or if it's marketing or if it's promotion, because it come natural. But anyway, there was a shit storm that came when I put that shit down, and you just started hearing from this blog here, that blog over here, this blog over here, everybody getting phone calls. To me, the way that it should be. This is what this is what I'm talking about. Get to talking, goddammit. Right. This is what I'm saying. And then from that point on, it turned into, all right, baby, we're going to have to give you a gag order, nigga. This is getting crazy. So, and that's cool too. You feel? That's cool too. But that, all the other stuff aside, that's basically, just to answer your question, because I don't want you to be, I know it's people that want to know, so let me just, drop the science and shit real quick. So that's kind of what had happened. This is what we were faced with. So, we kind of were like, oh, well, shit, this is what we told them we were going to do. So we made sure nothing came up out of, or wasn't supposed to come up out of the clear blue sky. It was a clear blue sky. Was that dude, Snoop's cousin?
Warren G and Nate Dogg.
Yeah, Warren G and Nate Dogg up in this motherfucker. But yeah, so that was the basic science behind that, though. So, but yeah, I didn't mean to get off track. Pardon me.
No, you're good.
Go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna ask him, like, now, you know what I think would be dope as hell too. This is just me being from a fan perspective. They come out with a lot of miniseries and TV shows and shit like that. And then the Wu-Tang had they series. Man, I think if they did a series on Bone and y'all come up from when y'all was youngsters to where y'all at now, man, I think that'd be dope as hell. Y'all ever been in any talks to do any type of web series or mini series or movies or anything such about you guys' life?
Real talk, I think, to be honest with you, from me to you, or me to everybody, because everybody listens. But I think they saving it. I think that, hell yeah, that is definitely on the table. But I think they saving it. So I'm really just being patient, leaning back, being that team player. But I'm pushing the line, of course, on my, on this, get my babies in order and put them on and keep dropping music and blah, blah, blah. But I think they saving it, man. They saving it for an opportune time, for an opportune moment. You already know it's people out there in L.A. that want to be a part of it. And it's a lot of people that do a lot of talking, my good friend. And they can't really push the buttons in the proper way to make them stars align in the right place, whether it's a good writer, whether it's money that's supposed to be on the table, whether it's, organization and infrastructure that can actually make it happen. You know what I mean? Because it take a village to raise a child, so it's definitely going to take a team to get a mini-series put together, a team of writers, producers, directors, and everything else. So it's going to need to be a team and some real interest and some dollars that's being put into it at the same exact time. So, that I think is the background stuff that, goes with these magnificent ideas. But yeah, trust and believe, that's on the table. The tour is on the table. The new albums is on the table. The masters is on the table. All of these major knock 'em out the park settings for, the legendary Bone Thugs, and the infamous legendary Bone Thugs and Harmony. There's so much that we have yet to have tapped into, and all of it is on the book, mini-series, movies, documentaries, all of these different things. So yeah, man, for sure. And it's a lot of talk about it. And you gotta remember, it's 5 of us. So each one of us have at least 5, 6, 7 people saying this to them, and at any given time. And it may be subject matter as, some of the brothers walk into different meetings. Yes, let's talk about it. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. And that may be a bargaining chip in order to get something else jumped off, a podcast, a weed strand, or something of that nature. So that's always a part of the conversation, and it usually leads into something of a smaller scale that people can handle.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, like, comment, share. Also go over to UGSforLife.com, download the entire archive, and check out new episodes on Apple Podcasts and Blog Talk Radio.